Okay. Hi. Hey. Hello. My name is Amelia. You can call me Kit Kat. Welcome to me speculating about the villagers that we're going to be getting in the Animal Crossing 2.0 update. I wasn't going to do any videos this fall. I don't even have my microphone with me. I was like strictly school, but when the update information drops, I cannot contain myself. And basically, the story is my brain came up with a story centered around Petrie and Petrie being like a mad scientist. And then I started wondering about all of the other villagers we're getting and trying to figure out like what's Petrie's personality type and like all of this sleuthing shit. And I was like in the shower like 10 minutes ago just obsessing over this. And I was like, I have to record something and just talk about my thoughts. So, unfortunately, while I was in the shower, I forgot about Quinn and Chadwick's existence. So we're gonna have to go off the cuff on this one and just completely wing it. But basically, what I was thinking, right? We are getting 16 new villagers, 8 of which we've seen in previous games, and but don't have like current amiibos, and 8 of which are completely new. So obviously, Sasha through Quinn are completely new, and Chadwick through Faith are returning villagers. Um, so I just remembered it's like 2 in the morning. Whoops. So basically, I was like in the shower and I was thinking about it, right? And I was like, okay, I really want Petrie to be a sisterly villager based on the story that I'm coming up with about Petrie being a mad scientist. But it's probably not going to happen, right? Because I was starting to think, we've got Sasha, Ione, and Shino, who are all pretty obviously going to be female villagers, right? But now that I'm thinking a little bit more, like we've got Cephalobot and Petrie, and it's kind of like those two are a little bit more like who knows what gender they could be. And I'm saying all of this obviously with the idea that I would love it if many or all of these characters didn't have a gender, but unfortunately, Animal Crossing has a very gendered system. So in this case, we can't have a non binary Petrie, and that's very unfortunate because Petrie gives me huge non binary vibes. Um, Regardless. So I was thinking, um, like, right, Sasha, obviously femme, based on the Animal Crossing design criteria. Ione, also obviously femme. Shino, obviously femme. And then we've got Petrie and Cephalobot, who are like kind of like could go either way. So I'm really hoping that Petrie is female, because then I start to think about, so if Petrie is a girl, what personality type would they be? Would she be? And so I'm thinking, okay, like Ione probably gonna be snooty, just like the vibes. Either Ione or Shino is gonna be snooty, like just based on how Animal Crossing works. Sasha probably normal, could be peppy. Um, Probably is peppy because looking at this, like, right, we've got Sasha, Ione, Shino, and either Petrie or Cephalobot. And I'm not really getting peppy vibes from Cephalobot. I could be completely wrong on that. Shino doesn't really feel peppy. She feels snooty, honestly. But we, like, logically, right, Animal Crossing does this thing where we've got 8 personality types, 4 female, 4 male. And so if they're releasing 16 new villagers, 8 new and 8 old, we're probably going to have all of the 8 personality types represented, right? So then I'm like, so now I'm starting to feel a little bit more optimistic. Like maybe we can have Femme Petrie. And in that case, like, I don't really think Petrie would be, uh, peppy. Like the vibes aren't there. Like I feel like Petrie being like the smart, genius scientist or whatever that they've got going on just feels a little bit more like a sisterly or maybe a snooty villager. So I'm like really hoping that if Petrie's a girl, is that they're gonna be sisterly. But then I was thinking about, okay, well, if Petrie's male, right, we've got Quinn, Cephalobot, question no, we've got Quinn, Tiansheng, and Marlowe, and then Petrie, right? And Marlowe is actually going to also factor into my Petrie evil scientist story. And I'm really hoping that Marlowe is either smug or cranky, and I think those are like pretty good possibilities. But then, of course, like remembering the existence of Quinn, I'm kind of like, well, Quinn could be either cranky based on our history with eagles or smug based on the vibes that Animal Crossing loves to work with. So Tiansheng is probably a jock or a lazy villager, and just going based on like the way that they've positioned him, I'm thinking jock. Because Quinn's outfit doesn't really scream jock. So we're going here. We've got like we assume Petrie isn't a jock, so Petrie would probably be like lazy or smug. I don't think that Petrie would be cranky based on their design. So I'm thinking either lazy or smug, and I kind of don't want Petrie to be smug because it doesn't fit with my fucking story. But you know, at the same time, like that's cool. So regardless, just I don't know, just thinking about all of the personality types and all the villagers, and I just like was ruminating on this and obsessing over this in the shower for like 20 minutes straight while I was just like standing with the water and just being like zoned out, just thinking and counting on my fingers, oh, what are all of the villagers? Um, and then I guess going back over the old villagers, returning villagers, I don't actually remember their types. I know that they have assigned personality types based in their original games, but I remember that Rio was peppy, and Zoe was normal, and I'm thinking Azalea is snooty and Faith is sisterly in that case. But it could be the opposite way. But Azalea gives me snooty vibes, especially like look at her pose, you know, like she's just very she has the very snooty like side eye, like she's got that going on. So then I'm thinking, well, I remember Ace is or was a jock, and Fret, who used to be Champagne, was cranky. So I'm thinking we're still gonna stick with that vibe. Hey, hi, hello, me again, editing Amelia. It's been like, God, like 15 minutes since I recorded that. Um, for some reason, I went on a fucking like 1 minute long rant, like trying to figure out who between Chadwick and Roswell was going to be the jock and who was going to be the lazy, even though I literally just fucking said that Ace is the jock. So, bottom line, that was sleepy, stupid Amelia brain. My final decision is Chadwick is jock and Roswell is smug. So like I don't know, like just the idea, like thinking and speculating about all of this with like the 8 new villagers is fascinating to me, and it also feeds my desire for Animal Crossing content between now and November 5th, which is like 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away, and I can't wait. It's gotta come sooner, please. Like I want to add all these new items to my island, and I want to start looking for these villagers. Um, Honestly, like if Petrie ends up being fucking dope, I might end up completely revamping my island and following through with like creating a sort of mystery or crime-solving island with Petrie being like the big bad or something. Because, you know, I'm I'm fucking crazy like that. I'm just gonna like rip up my entire island for this one little mouse. I don't know why I like Petrie so much, but they are my new lifeblood. So, yeah, thank you for listening. I don't know if you're still listening. If you have any, you know, like general vibe checks for the new villagers that you want to put in the comments, I would love to hear them because this is spicy. This is exciting. Okay, well, anyway, I think Petrie's gonna be sisterly. I hope Petrie's gonna be sisterly. Sisterly is my favorite personality type. Um, I will quote unquote see you later. I'm getting very sleepy, but I'm just crazy enough that I might edit and upload this right now. It is 2 in the morning. So I wish you the best of luck, and I hope y'all are just as excited for this update as I am. Bye.